Today's episode of the Stay at Home Nurse Podcast is a Nurse Side Hustle and Entrepreneur Series episode. Today, we're going to talk about the 3 steps that every successful entrepreneur needs to take to have a successful business. Whether you want to start a business on the side or already have a business, these 3 things are key to success. Welcome to the Stay at Home Nurse Podcast. I'm your host, Deanna Cooper Gillingham. For over 25 years, I've strived to use my nurse credentials to find work that fit my lifestyle. Whether it was raising my 4 children and 3 fur babies, traveling the world, or moving to Mexico and living on the Caribbean Sea. Sometimes I succeeded and sometimes I failed, but I always learned from the experience. Now, I want to help you by sharing what worked and what didn't work. There are so many opportunities out there for nurses today. The Stay at Home Nurse Podcast will inspire and equip you to have a nursing career that is meaningful and supports your lifestyle. Now let's get started. Welcome to this week's episode. Today we're going to talk about the 3 steps to a successful side hustle or business. No matter what the business is, the first step is it needs to solve a problem. And it needs to solve a problem that someone will pay to solve. Some of the problems that are solved with a business is saving somebody time, teaching them something, helping them to get something that they didn't have previously, or entertaining them. Yes, even entertainers solve a problem, such as comedians, actors, and singers. They solve the problem of boredom or lack of entertainment by making you laugh or scared or happy or entertained in some way. Also, the solution needs to be something that somebody is willing to pay for. Let's look at some examples. All of these examples come from past episodes. For me, I could not find a good study resource. Then I couldn't find a good online course. I created what I was looking for. The problem was needing to study for a certification. The solution was having all of the information I needed in one resource. The next example is Sadie, the remote nurse. We talked with her in episode 28. Nurses are looking for remote positions. They're hard to find. She has a knack for finding the positions. Nurses are willing to pay to save weeks, if not months, searching through job boards to look for the posts that meet their qualifications and location. Next, Nasima McElroy. In episode 23, we learned how she helps nurses to get intentional about their finances. The problem? Nurses have a lot of student loan debt. They get paid a decent amount of money and often live paycheck to paycheck. The solution? She can show you how to slay your student loan debt and start on the path to FIRE, financial independence, retire early. And something cool about her business model? She can make affiliate income, which means when people click on a link and learn how to pay down their student loan debt early, she makes a commission when they actually make the purchase. You can learn more about affiliate income in episode 39 of the Stay at Home Nurse Podcast. Make easy money from home as an affiliate, Nurse Side Hustle and Entrepreneur Series. Another example is Janine Kelbach. In episode 15, we learned about how Janine helps nurses to get paid to write. The problem? Companies need healthcare writers, and nurses who can do the healthcare writing don't know how to find clients. The solution is Janine's course. An interesting fact, since we had Janine back on episode 15, she has actually turned into an agency. She has nurses who go through her course and then take jobs writing for her clients that she goes out and pitches and gets. She was recently able to quit her full-time job and devote most of her time to raising her children and helping healthcare writers get paid to write. Another example, just last week on episode 44 with Amanda, the Resume RX. The problem Amanda helped solve? Nurses need help with writing a resume. Amanda helps them write that resume so that they can land the opportunities that leave them personally and professionally fulfilled. And our last example, Meredith Ziminis Mullings. In episode 22, she taught us how she helps seniors choose the best Medicare plan for their needs and how to stay healthy. And the best part is, she can provide this service for free because the insurance company pays her, not the senior. These are just some of the examples we have featured on the podcast so far. Once you start looking, you will find problems everywhere. Which ones are you able to solve? Which ones can you become passionate about solving? Let's talk about passion for a moment. Being passionate about the results you help others to gain and the people you help is more important than being passionate about the solution. The Resume RX is not necessarily passionate about writing resumes, but she's good at it, and she's passionate about empowering nurses. I love the results case management brings to their clients. I love helping case managers reach their goals. I'm passionate about helping other case managers. Meredith loves and is passionate about helping seniors to live their healthiest lifestyle and have the right policy to meet their needs. Medicare isn't necessarily her passion. Helping her clients is her passion, and she uses her talent of being able to help them find the right policy to fit their needs to fulfill her passion. Both Meredith and Nasima's examples bring about another good point. The person with a problem does not necessarily need to be the one paying for the solution. It does make it a little easier for your marketing, but it doesn't have to be that way. So think creatively. If your passion is children don't have money, so who does have the money, who handles the purse strings, and who's willing to pay for it? Okay, that was step 1. Find a problem and create a solution. Step 2 is to take action on creating that solution. Having the solution does not make you any money. This is the first place where a lot of people get stuck. They get stuck on the idea. The idea is worth zilch unless it's implemented on. Now, you could sell that idea to somebody else, but truth be told, most entrepreneurs have more ideas than they know what to do with. So the idea of somebody paying you for that solution, although it could happen, is pretty slim. I think the reason most people have problems with this step is because we are trained to exchange time for dollars. With entrepreneurship, you invest a lot of time and some money before you see a return on your investment. And there are no guarantees you will ever see a return on your investment. Just because you create it doesn't mean the right people will find it. And that takes us to our third and final step. Step number 3, let people know about the solution you have created. After you have completed step 2 and you have the solution to the problem, you have to market it. This is the next place people get stuck because they don't want to sell. But selling is not bad. It helps people who need the solution find the solution and solve their problem. You can have the best solution to a burning problem, but if no one knows about it, if you don't market it, if you don't tell everybody about it, then you're not helping anyone. Okay, marketing in itself could be a whole other episode, or actually probably a series of episodes. But today I promised you I was going to tell you the 3 steps to a successful side hustle or business. Again, recapping. Step number 1, solve a problem. Make sure it's a problem people are willing to pay to solve. Step number 2, take action and create the solution to the problem. And step number 3, let people know about the solution that you have. Market it. Okay, that's a wrap for this week's episode. I will see you again next week. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you never miss an episode. Adios from beautiful Puerto Aventuras, Mexico.